I added Tesla to it to give me a little boost during the day. 225 and dropping. So.
What's up, guys? It's Benny. What would you do if you were in charge of a political party that has unpopularity numbers at the highest level ever recorded? If you're a Democrat, there's never actually been a worse time for you. In the history of polling, your party has never been this unpopular. 57% of American voters say they have an unfavorable opinion of the Democrat Party. They just stopped polling during Joe Biden's installation into the hospice home that was the White House for the last 4 years. Convenient that, nonetheless, it's still absolutely dire for Democrats. Deep, dark hole right now. Yes, they are talking about Jasmine Crockett. The party has lowest favorability ever. No popular leader. Insufficient numbers to stop legislation in Congress. A minority in the Supreme Court. Dwindling influence on social media. Young voters are growing dramatically more conservative. Bad 2026 map. And thanks to people fleeing broken blue states, the math for Democrats to win a popular vote election victory has all but cratered. Ladies and gentlemen, now there's a slew of retirements and the destruction of Act Blue as their money vector to launder money from, along with the shutting down of USAID to launder money from. Man, you are in a bad shape as Democrats. Ladies and gentlemen, you're also in bad shape if you see Tim Walz as the future of the Democrat Party. Tim Walz, who's pretty much raised in Maoist China. He's been there 100 times. He's traveled to communist China. He loves the communist Chinese so much. He went there on his honeymoon to Tiananmen Square. He's a Marxist who's proud of not owning any dirty capitalist stock. He actually openly bragged about Tesla stock going down last week. Listen to this.
iPhone. They've got that little stock app. I added Tesla to it to give me a little boost during the day. 225 and dropping.
So Tesla is the most innovative American company that exists. It's the most successful American manufacturer. It's a company run by a guy who saves our astronauts from space. And because of some petty political grievance, Tim Walz is cheering on the destruction of that company. Oh, wait, did Tim Walz check the pensions of his own state? He happens to be the governor of Minnesota right now. The pensions of his state are in dire straits because of Tesla stock hurting. His state's pensions own 2 million shares of Tesla. So Tim Walz is cheering on the destruction of wealth for teachers and firefighters and service members there in the state of Minnesota. So Tim Walz is just a total and complete jackass. Tim Walz is also accusing other people of not having a sense of humor. The man named Tampon Tim, who's still very offended by the name Tampon Tim because he put tampons in the boys' bathroom, says that these people have no sense of humor. I have to be careful about being a smartass. I was just making a joke. No, you literally pulled out your phone and showed us the Tesla app. Well, in the time of Tim Walz making that joke and bragging about where Tesla stock was, the stock is now up 20%. So is this like the inverse Kramer? Please. Thank you. Shout out Tim Walz. Tesla stock skyrocketing. Sometimes when I need a little boost, I look at the J.D. Vance portrait in the White House. Thank the Lord, says Elon Musk. The Tesla app, the Tesla stock inside of your little stock app has been skyrocketing. Again, I guess keep doing this. If this is what we need, please. I own plenty of Tesla stock. Do it. Thank you, Tim Walz. Keep it going. It's not too late to delete this, Tim. Only 66 million people have watched it. Did he really get 66 million views? Look at that ratio, 51,000. What is wrong with you? You're actively rooting for innovative American companies to fail. The cars are American, made literally, and they drive themselves. He's rooting for American companies to fail. And it is different. Don't come at me and say, this is the same as Bud Light. It's not. You never saw any bars serving Bud Light look like this. Nobody was setting Bud Light breweries on fire. Nobody was actively attacking where they serve or make Bud Light. This is totally and completely different. Also, nobody was personally threatening those who make Bud Light, right? as Jasmine Crockett just did.
So I'll make sure that I keep it short, but I am truly here for very selfish reasons. Starting with on March 29th, it's my birthday. And all I want to see happen on my birthday is for Elon to be taken down. Yes. Listen.
This is all you wish for on your birthday? Horrible, horrible, miserable lives, these people. They're going to F around. They're going to find out one of these days. I mean, they're not going to stop, these people. Pam Bondi saying that there's going to be a potentially an investigation here into this rhetoric. Pam Bondi to Democrat Crockett on Musk threat. Tread carefully. There needs to be. You can't keep doing this. It's a wild moment in American life and culture, because videos like this are all over my social media feed from the same party that was telling me that they were going to ban gas vehicles and mandate electric cars. Just a couple of weeks ago, this is what Joe Biden did. They were using our tax dollars to subsidize these vehicles, and now they're openly attacking them and lighting them on fire, using fossil fuels, I might add. Lighting them on fire with gasoline. So, Elon Musk responding.
So overall, it's good. If you read the news, it feels like, Armageddon. So I was like, I can't walk past the TV without seeing a Tesla on fire. Like, what's going on? Some people, it's like, listen, I understand if you don't want to buy our product, but you don't have to burn it down. That's a bit unreasonable, Like, like, this is psycho. Stop being psycho. Okay.
I love when the autism hits. I really do. But it's nothing like this. It's nothing like this fat, pudgy little communist bragging about the destruction of his own pension funds. 20% up since this video dropped. Thank you, Tim Walz, for the free money. Hey, smart ass, since you didn't actually mean to say this, maybe it's time to delete the tweet. Yeah, no? Okay, got it. Tim Walz trolls Tesla, and Tesla stock shoots through sky high. Since you made this post, Tesla is up 20%. Did you get your morning boost again, Tim Walz? Look at your phone again, Tesla. Can we get an update on this? Everybody trolling, doing the same thing. He's saying it was just a joke. He's just a joke. I love seeing him get roasted for it, though. Tesla is at 271. It was at 225 when Tim Walz was so excited about the stock dropping. It was at 172 a year ago. Can Democrats do anything right? I'm excited to see Elon Musk, that his money as it relates to Tesla. Well, Tesla is tanking right now. They're doing the same thing. Doing the same thing. The Tim Walz bottom. Tesla dropping and is up. Damn. Just had a damn. Tim Walz having a rough week. Maybe Tim Walz's worst day yet. That's right. Skyrocketing. How it started versus how it's going. Ooh, man, popping. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Tim Walz after checking Tesla share price this morning. Well, we're excited because Tim Walz is on the list of people that Democrats see as the future of their party, which means there is no future for the party, and we may never lose again. Keep looking at your little stock appy thing there. Give yourself a boost. By the way, if somebody has never invested in this country, never built a business, never bought a stock, have no portfolio whatsoever, has never put their capital to work inside of the American system, they should be disqualified from running for president. I personally believe, because it's like what this entire country is about taking like great dynamic risk and having buy-in to the system. And it's like, again, it proves why Tim Walz acts and does the things that he does. He's just complete and total fraud. And fancy little lady boy at that. It's what Benny likes to